Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Friday, September 2nd, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to thank you in advance for your love and support on this channel, on this video specifically, but I also want to apologize for being away from producing readings recently. For a period of time, I was in the midst of moving to a different state. I moved to Florida, which is pretty exciting. But we're going to begin this reading by using the wisdom of the Oracle deck. And we'll see where the reading takes us. I'm already getting the message, and I got it before as I was pushed to do some readings, even though my stuff just arrived, of things aren't perfect, but they're meant to be. Okay, things are meant to be, you're meant to be where you're at, or things are just meant to be imperfect at this time, but an improvement, it feels like, from before. However that works for you. What do we have for Friday? Okay, I want this one. Observer. Okay, we're gonna go with just the one for now, but it feels like there is a focus on home life. Okay, whether you're thinking about saying, I was about to say saying what you have on your mind, or how you feel, but it could be a focus on thinking about going back to a specific home where you grew up, or it could be more so you just thinking about a change of residence like I've been going through, or you could be thinking about how to improve or make the best out of where you're living at this time. Some of you very future oriented in your thought process as to what you wish to acquire or achieve in one way, shape, or form when it comes to your home life. Okay, but I sense that there's just a feeling of each of us throughout this Friday wanting to understand things better, observing, not fully acting upon everything you observe or realize or discover, but just sort of being very attentive, okay, and just noticing a lot around you, all right? Observing is going to play in your favor at certain points throughout the day, but I do sense that as well, your connection to the moon, to the stars, to nature, the weather, that comes into play as well. Let's continue and pull from the Mystic Mondays deck. I was just pushed to split this. Split the deck, and I came to time for a nap. Okay, some of you may not have the time to actually make this happen, but some of which drawn to this reading are to be pushed to take a nap at a certain point. Okay, you'd be wise to take that, even if you feel motivated to accomplish more than you should, is what I'm getting. All right, but let's pull some tarot. I'm sensing that your voice as well is going to take a highlight, you're going to be pushed to remember or just to realize in general that your voice is purposeful, it's important, as I am noticing doing the first reading here in my new place of residence, that I echo, okay? It's very interesting. But let's keep going. I'm now being drawn to the number 9 and the 49 here, and I feel like some of you are thinking about a wish fulfillment you desire and or just feeling a bit burnt out, okay? Even if you do have the energy or find a way to or just motivate yourself in general, okay? I was going to say re-motivate. What do we have for Friday to continue? I'm now hearing the sweetness, but I do feel as if there's a bit of a juggling act you're going through, okay? Prioritizing, doing a dance with life, all right? And sensing that you're, okay, so naturally with the Observer card, it feels like you are keeping a close eye on things in your midst, right? Observing your surroundings. You could be going on an adventure or just migrating to one or multiple situations and just being very aware of what's going on around you, okay? Keeping an eye on the time stamp for some. You may even be thinking or pushed to think about through a tarot reading or just another source or moment that you are being watched by somebody, if not multiple people. Not everybody that's watching, if it's multiple, it has your back or has good intentions. I feel as if people are missing you throughout this day, okay? They want me to leave this as is, the way I just laid the card out, as I do feel like you're being pushed to remember throughout this day. The possibilities are beyond endless. You may even see an infinity symbol at some point throughout the day. And I feel like you're thinking about your ultimate happiness, okay? With the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Cups, excuse me. some emotions floating around in the air, so you could be picking up on them if you're empathic, or simply just feeling as if you are deserving of yet another wish fulfillment, even if you gained one recently, or heading closer to another one. Okay, bodily sensations. My index finger just got stuck, and I really do feel like you're being pushed to remember that even the moments of emotion or even the moments of struggle, purposeful, okay, your spiritual connection will come into play as well. It feels like you're thinking about or building towards a level of having a solid foundation, okay, something that won't fall to the ground like a tower moment from the past. And so, therefore, you're being pushed to remember that completion is a must. As I'm drawn to the circle, it leads to more colorful times, happiness, more abundance, rewards, all the meanwhile. Okay, let's put these right here. It feels like a day where things are just not moving super rapidly, but they're happening purposefully, okay? It just feels like you are meant to be methodical and just get things done in a strategic manner, right? Step by step, moment by moment. And if you feel the need to leave a situation or a task or something behind temporarily and come back to it later on in the day, then do so. Or even pushing it to a later time as far as another day or whatever the case may be, okay? Okay, keep your eye on the clock. Keep your eye on the clock. It might feel as if even though you're accomplishing things slowly but surely and just doing things at your own pace and feeling quite productive and in your own energy or own zone, you could lose track of time. There might be something you need to get done by a certain point, or you might want to get something done earlier on in the day. Weather might play into it as well. Okay. Okay, I just heard putting the sword in certain bad habits, okay, or at least being pushed to get closer to that, right? If it's a hard habit to kick, then it may just feel as if you just need to take it step by step, right? And don't overwhelm oneself by feeling it has to be wiped away completely right off the bat, okay? We're animals are creatures of habit, right? And so remember that it takes up to, if not more than 3 weeks, I believe it is, to crack a habit, right? Or to change something you're used to, accustomed to having in your routine or going to for a sense of whatever the case may be, comfort, happiness, relief, escape is what I'm getting. But the 501s, there might be a little bit of conflict, whether it's due to your spirituality, it may be due to background noise, it may be you thinking about past conflict. I sense that you're just needing to let it be, right? Or just step away if need be. It is a day where 751 comes into play, 751, the angel number meaning, if you feel so guided to look that up. But I do sense that you're learning more, okay? Could be gaining downloads, doing research, just coming to certain realizations at certain moments will speak to you when need be, and that doesn't necessarily mean through your thoughts like in that direct way. It could just be through synchronicities, through a push to watch something, through ads on social media, you name it, or even through others, okay, that you end up speaking to or feel so drawn to or guided to speak to you at a certain point. It may even be a moment where you're pushed to just step away from something by somebody else distracting you in a positive way or just in general, right? We're going to guide you throughout this day, even though you're feeling very intuitively guided in a very strong manner, okay? But it does feel like you have a lot coming towards you. Not all of it's bad, okay? Or even any of which, but it feels like you have a lot to accomplish, a lot to deal with. For some very spiritually guided, it feels like a lot of spiritual presence coming towards you, and you can just feel that. Remember that if you light a candle, spirit will be there even more so, okay? Or you may have more spirits or one particular one join you. Now that could benefit some of you spiritual workers, but just keep that in mind, okay? I'm hearing for spiritual messing with those kind of situations. But I do feel like you're very much bold throughout this day, conquering, achieving once again, passionate, blossoming through your work. Allow for oneself to recognize or remember how much you've changed recently. Others are remembering. Why do you seem to forget it occasionally? I feel it's a day where you're meant to observe your outward experiences or outward occurrences, but also just remember to turn that inward at certain points and observe oneself, okay? Because I do feel like there's just a bit of a guarded way about you, right? Due to all you've been through, but it's going to need to come down at certain points moving forward to let certain new friends, for some a new relationship or new, okay, hookups, or just new experiences in, okay, new situations. Your voice is going to need to get out there, and it's going to be harder to do so if you're feeling so enclosed or just, I don't know if that was the right wording, guarded or to oneself. It's good to wrap oneself up with your hermit mode and embrace it at certain points. But let's find a balance, okay? Let's find a balance. And I just feel like there's going to be moments where you are pushed to think back once again, okay? Pushed to, at certain points, observe the past just briefly. It'll help you with your present day situation and what you have to deal with or just accomplish, adjust to moving forward. We have a lot of changes that you are needing to experience moving forward. And I truly feel like it's a day where you're remembering everything's happening for a reason, okay? And there's so many more possibilities that are ahead for you. It's all about what you want to accomplish and all that you want to achieve, tackle, right? So where you want your life to head. And I feel like you're thoroughly going to be thinking about connections, okay, at certain points. Some of you wanting deeper connections or just wanting to reconnect with somebody or multiple people. It'll happen when it's meant to, okay? I do sense that there's some growth and or some healing that needs to take place before whatever that is for you, okay? It's a day of observing, again, inward, outward, and just the past, the present, and potentially the future for some, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye.